My name is Gary the Numbers Guy. I'm a numerologist. You might have heard of me on Glenn Beck or Michael Savage's radio show. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what to expect in 2012. And don't worry, folks. Unlike some fairy tale in the movies, it's not going to be the end of the world. That I can guarantee you. But to understand what the year 2012 is going to hold, I'm going to have to break down what the number 5 means. Yup, the number 5. Because you see, 2012, 2012 adds up to 5, is a 5 universal year. So, get ready, class, because I'm going to turn on some tunes, and you're going to hear exactly what 2012 has in store for you. I've always told people, if you want to understand what the future holds, you have to look at your history. And me being a numerologist makes that golden rule no different. You see, the number 5 stands for change. And I'm not talking about the the hope and change Obama, the dreams Obama was selling you in 2008. I'm talking about real change. See, 5 is the number of sex, death, and like I said, change. And everything that surrounds sex and death revolves around the number 5. So right now, let me go back in history. So maybe I can connect the dots for you. 2003 was the last universal 5-year cycle we had. 2003 adds up to 5. And what did we have in 2003? War. America and its so-called allies invaded Iraq for supposed nuclear weapons. But what they really did was stop Saddam from trading oil in euros. And we'll get to the euro in a moment. So in 2012, expect more war. And just to put an explanation in exactly what I was talking about, the U.S. troops just left Iraq at the end of 2011. Wonder what they're waiting for. Expect Iran to be targeted in 2012. Next, the number 5 also stands for beauty. You see, some of the most beautiful people in the world are 5 life paths. Beyonce Knowles, born 9/4/1981, add everything up, adds up to 32. 3 and 2 add up to 5. Angela Jolie, some consider her the best looking woman in the world. She's born 6/4/1975. 6/4/1975 add up to 32, and 3 plus 2 again add up to a 5. Now, just to put the explanation on what I'm trying to talk about, no, I'm not a 5, but let me bring someone into the picture who is. How you doing, baby? See, that is what a 5 life path looks like. Do a pose for us, baby? Okay. Thank you very much. Exactly my point. 5, if you're born on the 5th, 14th, 23rd, you're most likely going to be really attractive. And of course, if you're a 5 life path. So, the reason I'm talking about this is, see, 5 also represents sex. See, that's why the vowel in sex, E, is the 5th letter alphabet. Again, you guys following me? Well, let's go into pictures because I'm sure you guys are sick of looking at me. Even when you go to different aspects, let's look at the NFL, for instance. The most difficult position in the NFL is a quarterback. Because to be a quarterback, you have to be very decisive. You have to be very, very quick on your feet. And guess what? 5 life paths are exactly that. They're quick on their feet. Let's talk about some of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. John Elway, who's a 5. Dan Marino, who's a 5. And yes, the best quarterback of my generation, Peyton Manning, is a 5. By the way, his brother Eli is a 5. Michael Vick's a 5. Let's see, Warren Moon's a 5. Jim Kelly's a 5. Am I missing any of the all-time greats? But guess what? A lot of them are I just mentioned them. 5 life paths. They're great at being quarterbacks too. But see, to get serious for a moment, let me turn off the music here. Thank you, Mary. Mary J. Blige and YouTube. Thank you very much. But to get serious for a moment, I've already told you I expect Iran to be hit in 2000. Some of the other things I expect. See, right now you're looking at her sun. And in 2012, and because every 11 years, you can expect a lot of solar flare activity. And see, that solar flare activity is going to disrupt a lot of the communications through computers, cell phones, radio networks that we rely on. And for all the people who doubt me, because I'm telling you right now, expect more blackouts in 2012. The people who doubt me now, see, this is a picture. And here's another picture from 2003. See that black area over there? That's where all the lights went out in 2003. Exactly. Expect that little black area to get a lot more constant and a lot bigger. Not only in America, but in the rest of the world. That's the next thing I expect to happen in 2012. Next. Right now you're looking at toilet paper. Oh, excuse me. The euro currency. And that's what the euro currency is going to look like throughout a lot of 2012. It's going to be sinking hard because the European economy and the euro has failed. The euro was born 1/1/1999. It was doomed to fail from the very beginning. So another one of my predictions for 2012, the euro, especially the very start of the year, it's going to be in a lot of trouble. Not saying greenbacks are going to be doing good. Not saying that at all. Because Uncle Sam and his greenbacks are going to be in a lot of trouble come the dollar's birthday on April the 2nd. You'll see. You'll see. Another thing I expect to happen in the year 2012, and again, no, the world's not going to end, but it might just end as we know it. And what do I mean by that? Well, precisely, this is what everyone's world consists of: the money, the stock market. And let me tell you something, folks. If you think you got a good system, it's not going to work in 2012. Because one thing you can expect in a 5-year cycle is change and inconsistency. That stock market's going to look like it's dead one week, and it's going to look like oh my God, it's going to hit all-time high the next. Watch the stock market. It's going to seesaw like you've never seen before. Another prediction for the year 2012. The royal couple will have their first child. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go out on a limb on this one. I'm going to say that kid comes out on 12/21/2012, the day they say the world's going to end. But I'm just saying I expect them to have a kid in 2012. The day, if I hit it, who knows. But if I did, hey, maybe I'm better than I thought I was at this. The next thing I'm going to tell you about 2012 is going to be the most disturbing. Yes, I told you about the solar flares. Yes, I told you about the attack that I expect on Iran. But this one, by far, is the scariest. I expect the CDC to be very, very vocal in 2012 because I do expect a pandemic of some sort. Just like SARS started in 2003, a 5 universal year, I expect bird flu or some kind of disease to mutate and cause big problems in the world in 2012. And that, my friends, is what I expect to happen. So let's go through down the list because I don't want anyone to say, oh, Gary, you just got lucky. 1, expect Iran to be attacked. 2, expect your cell phones and other computer networks not to be working all the time. Yeah, Verizon, can you hear me now? Because the solar flares will disrupt the communications here on planet Earth. Another thing, the euro, dollar, they're in big trouble in 2012, especially the euro. Yeah, and since it's a 5 universal year cycle, expect a lot of babies. I'll just leave it on that. Again, my name's Gary the Numbers Guy, and you just got educated. Remember, the strong take from the weak, but the smart, they always take from the strong.